I am at the site of the supposed haunted abandoned goat farm. Now, I do want to just kind of preface this by saying that the city of Fort Collins did tear down the homestead and the Hell Tree. Supposedly, the only thing left is the silos. The only silos in the vicinity of where the abandoned goat farm is supposed to be is these ones. So here we are. Now I'm going to tell you the story of the Hell Tree, also known as the haunted abandoned goat farm. During the turn of the century, or a little prior to 1890, there was a man who lived there named James Strange. He had a wife and two daughters. He also had hired hands. He caught one of these hired hands stealing one of his goats. So, like any normal person, he thought he should punish this man. Unfortunately, as the story goes on, his idea of punishment was a little extreme. He hung the goat thief from a large cottonwood tree next to his house. A few days later, after his hired hands, being good friends with the guy who was hung, uh, found out and the story started getting around, they became very upset and started whispering of getting even with Farmer Strange. Somehow, word got to Farmer Strange, and he decided it would be best to hang everyone. So this is exactly what Strange did. He hung all 13 of his farmhands from that very cottonwood tree he hung the first thief from. Some stories, depending on the version you hear, also say that he hung their children, possibly even their wives. Well, a few days after the lynching of the workers, Farmer Strange received word that he would be arrested and his house would be given over to the city. If that happened, then his children and wife would be put out onto the streets to be made homeless. Rumors started spreading about the goat farmer, and an angry mob was quickly being assembled to take care of this man. Receiving word about this mob and, the oncoming punishment he was going to receive, Farmer Strange, who was already half insane by this point, went out to his shed, made himself a noose, and hung it from the cottonwood tree he had lynched his men in. Then he went inside. His wife was taking a bath in the bathroom. He shot and killed her with a 12-gauge shotgun, and then went on into his two daughters' bedroom, which they shared, and suffocated both of them. After massacring his family, he then went out to the tree and hung himself from the noose that he had previously set up. This is how the mob found them, and that is how they left him. Years later, though, a fire broke out from within the house, and this is more than passing strange because the house did not have electricity, so the source of the fire was a little curious, to say the least. The fire investigators say that the fire started in the bathroom and then quickly led to the bedroom. Eventually, it consumed the rest of the house, but the tree wasn't touched at all. That's when people started seeing a man hanging from the tree with all the others that he had hung. Other people say they see shadowy figures moving in the dark, white misty figures, strange lights, and they hear sounds from the past. So this is the supposedly true story of the legendary Hell Tree, which is also called the abandoned goat farm. Now, the thing that is really kind of weird and creepy is that why would you tear down the tree that wasn't burned? I get the farmstead, but the tree that was burned, why would you tear that down if there's no truth to the rumors? And again, supposedly all that's left are these silos. So if you've had an encounter with the ghosts of the abandoned goat farm, or you want to comment on whether or not you feel that the abandoned goat farm is in fact haunted, just let us know in the comments. Like and follow for more content just like this. Happy spooky season!